Hello again. I thought today I would show you some things that when you think about the South, the southern part of the United States, there are different types of food that people automatically associate with the South. I grew up in the South. I lived here most of my life. I did live up in Illinois for about a year when I was in my 20s. But other than that, I've lived in the South for about 40 years of my life. For 1 year I was not here, and I missed it very much, and I wanted to come back, and I was very glad to get back. I joked around when I was leaving Illinois. I said, I need to go back where people don't have accents. I thought that was pretty funny. People love to hear me talk up there. But, yeah, I was really glad to get back. So I wanted to show you some things that people kind of associate with the South, although I will say that a lot of this stuff I had to go out and purchase because it's not stuff that I particularly like. I don't enjoy these things, but these are some different foods and beverages that some people in the South seem to like, and no matter where you're from, you might have some of these items where you are too. And I will start with the first two things that just in this area, if you ask somebody, okay, well, what do Southerners like? And what do they like to drink? And one of the first things people will say is this: RC Cola. It's Royal Crown Cola. And I had to get a big 2-liter because I couldn't find a smaller bottle. Well, I could have bought a 12-pack of cans, but I didn't know what I'd do with all of them. I don't really like RC Cola. One interesting thing that I noticed when I lived up in Illinois was that in the town where I lived up near North Chicago. Everywhere I went, I saw vending machines for RC Cola, and that really surprised me. I didn't even know they had RC Cola up there. But it's kind of like Pepsi, if you see. Big old bottle. It's okay, but I don't really know what to do with this. I guess I'll let my kids have it if they want it, and I'm sure they will. Anything that fizzes and has sugar in it, they're all about it. But this is one of the things you ask people, what do Southerners like? Oh, RC Cola, which I'm a Southerner and I don't care for it, so maybe I'm weird, but this is one of the things. And people talk about, it has a little crown and all the different, if you buy it in a can or a little 20-ounce bottle. This is a 2-liter bottle. It's pretty big. They all have this little white crown on there, and they'll have kind of written in this font, Royal Crown Cola. Been around since 1905, and it's just a soda. And the second thing people say without hesitation that Southerners like is this. The moon pie. This is a box of 6. It's a single decker. I do not like moon pies. I think they're yucky, but again, maybe I'm odd, but they come in this box. You can buy them individually in a lot of convenience stores, but I was in the grocery store and I just grabbed this whole box, and my children are excited to try it. They've never had a moon pie, and my older son, my 10-year-old, asked me, well, what does it taste like? And I said, I don't really know how to describe it other than to just say it tastes like a moon pie. And you can see how it's made. It's got sort of a marshmallow filling. It's coated in a thin layer of chocolate, and it's got, I guess this is kind of like a cookie. It's not really like a graham cracker. I think it's softer than that. And it's called the Original Marshmallow Sandwich. And this container, this box has 6 pies. No, I don't like them. They're just, I don't know. I don't really care for the taste. But they're kind of like a s'more, I guess. You have the chocolate and you have this stuff. This sort of like a graham cracker, and you have the marshmallow. And I can tell you that they're not terribly good for you. A lot of Southern food's not good for you, but it tastes really good. And we'll get to some later that I love. That's just, it's terrible for you. But as you can see, just one moon pie it's got quite a bit of sugar and calories and stuff. But I guess if you like them, an occasional indulgence won't hurt you. It's a cardboard box. It's got a happy little moon on it, right there, since 1917. Okay, so that's moon pies, and we'll set that to the side. And another thing that Southerners like, some Southerners, not me, and this is another one that I don't really care for. Okay, now this is something that you may have where you're from, but I'm guessing you're not pronouncing it right. When you see this, you may say Vienna sausage. If you go to the South, that is not how you say it. We call them Vienna sausages. Vienna sausage. When you say you're going to go get Vienna sausages, we all know what you mean. You mean these little things right here. And they come in this little can. And they've added it in Spanish now. It didn't used to be like that. I just noticed that. My 10-year-old loves these things dearly. I don't like them. So I told him he can have all of mine. And it looks like it comes from Pinnacle Food Group in New Jersey. So, you know, I'm guessing they have these elsewhere, but this is a popular food down here in the South. They're made with all kinds of things. I told my son if he knew how they were made, he probably would never eat another one. But, yeah, there are about 2 servings in here, and they have lots of icky stuff, but that's okay, I guess. I don't let him eat them very often, but I do occasionally buy these for my son. And these are some that I bought for him. And there are different brands, and there are different flavors you can actually get. I think there's a barbecue, and I don't remember, but there are other flavors, but I just got the original one. And it weighs 4.6 ounces. And it's just a little tiny can, and it has a pull top that you pull back, and then you open it. I don't want to open it because I don't want to smell them. But this is the one that my son likes the best, so that's what I have. And to go along with the Vienna sausages, we also have another item. Sorry about that. I had to move something. We have this here, which is potted meat. It's made with chicken and pork. It's made by the same company, Armour. And if you can see here what it looks like, it's just a sort of like a meat paste that you can scoop out with a butter knife or a spoon or whatever you want. And a lot of people around here like to put them on crackers, like saltine crackers, or even on a sandwich. It's just like a meat spread. And if you're worried about that kind of thing, apparently it's gluten-free. What a relief, right? It's so healthy. Yeah, it's just a sort of a meat product, I guess. It's a mixture of all different kinds of things and flavorings, and it's just a little 3-ounce can. And most of the time when you see potted meat, it's going to come in a little can like this, a little small can. And it's relatively inexpensive. You can get a little can like this for probably 45 cents. I mean, it's pretty cheap. And it doesn't go very far. I mean, my son would eat this whole can right out just with a spoon. I mean, he would just eat the whole thing. He'd eat 2 or 3 of them if you let him. He says he's a die-hard carnivore. He loves meat. So, a little can of potted meat. So there's that. So we have the Armour products. And we also have in a can, this right here. People in the South love chicken and dumplings. Now this is not what I would typically have. My favorite chicken and dumplings are the ones that my mom makes, homemade. But I'm only showing you things that I could just go to the store and buy. And I'm not showing you homemade, cooked stuff. This is just cans. And it says it's made from scratch, but really, I mean, I can tell you by looking at it that this is not. You should try my mom's chicken and dumplings. They're so much better than anything out of a can. But this is by a company called Sweet Sue. And there are different brands. But this one, to me, has the look to it of, just the classic, what I'm used to seeing when you go to the store and you buy stuff like this. It should come in a can that looks something like this, not some, more modern looking can. To me, it should look like this. It's pretty good. It's a pretty good sized can. It's 24 ounces, 1 pound, 8 ounces. It's pretty hefty. really, if I'm going to eat chicken and dumplings, I want the ones that my mom makes. Actually, I've asked before for her to make me chicken and dumplings for my birthday. She wanted to know what I wanted for my birthday. I said, just make me a big old pot of chicken and dumplings. That made me happy. And she did, and they were awesome. And after you've had real ones, these in the can just don't compare. I mean, I guess they're okay, but they're nowhere near as good as homemade. So there's the chicken and dumplings. And another item in a can. Apparently we eat lots of stuff in cans. We have this, boiled peanuts. Now, this is another word you might not be pronouncing right. This word right here, B-O-I-L-E-D. You would say it like I just said it, boiled. But now here we say boiled peanuts. I know it sounds different, but it's from the peanut patch. Green boiled peanuts. And what they do, I think, and see it even says, the South's favorite snack. You find these a lot at roadside stands and stuff when you drive around down in the South, especially if you're in an area where a lot of tourists go. You'll find these and you can buy them fresh. Basically, I think all they do is they leave them in the shell and they boil them. I mean, they just put them in boiling water until they get soft. And then they stick them in a can. I guess you heat them up before you eat them. But one thing I remember about boiled peanuts is that they're kind of slimy. And I can't do it. I can't eat these things. But a lot of people down here love them. They love them. I mean, they'll eat them all day long. I don't know how. I mean, I love peanuts. I like peanut butter. But this, no sir, no. I am not eating this. I grew up here, but I can't abide these things. These are, yikes. I don't know who's going to eat these. My older son's allergic to peanuts. He gets a pass. He said, good. You're not going to make me eat them. I said, no. I guess not. You have boiled peanuts. Not boiled, boiled. Okay. And I have a second beverage for you. And this one I found in a small container. We have cheerwine. And I said one of the reasons I had to leave Illinois was because they did not have cheerwine there. And they don't. You can't buy cheerwine up there. This is in a 0.5 liter container. And if you've never had cheerwine, it's kind of like a cherry. It's like a dark cherry soda. It's carbonated, and it does have caffeine in it. It has sugar, although you can buy the diet cheerwine. I think you could even get caffeine free, but I'm not sure. But it's got sugar, and it does have caffeine, but I don't think they actually show that on here. But it does have a little caffeine in it, and these are bottled in Salisbury, North Carolina, and it's very good, very yummy. And always reminds me of going to the YMCA. And when I was a kid, my mom used to take us there for swimming lessons, and they had this drink machine in the lobby. And one of the things that they served was cheerwine. And you put in 35 cents, and a little cup would come down, and it would put in some ice, and then it would run like a fountain drink. It would run the drink into your cup, and you just got a little cup of cheerwine. You could pick cheerwine or Sprite or different kinds of drinks, and this was one of the choices. And every day after swimming lessons, my mom would let us get a cheerwine to drink on the way home. So this brings back good memories for me. Although I never did get very good at swimming, not until I was older. So here's a cheerwine. Good stuff. If you're ever in an area where you can get some, you should try it. It's really good. Make sure it's cold though. They're not good when they're hot. And one of my favorite items that I could not find in Illinois is grits. Now these are old-fashioned. There are different kinds of grits. This is the kind I like. You have to boil these. They're not instant grits. They're not quick grits. These are regular grits. And we do have different kinds down here. and it's Quaker grits, and this is a container I just bought because mine was running low. And I like to make these sometimes. I just put a little salt and butter in them. Sometimes I just put salt. But it does take about 20 minutes to cook them, and then what you do, you just follow the directions. And I don't add salt while I'm cooking them. I add it after I cook it. You just, however much you want to make, you put in, like if I just make a serving for myself, I use a 1/4 cup of grits, a cup of water, and you boil them until they're done. And you can tell when they're done, they get really thick. Up in Illinois, all I could find was cream of wheat, and that's wrong. I don't want cream of wheat. I don't know how anybody eats that yucky stuff, but I love grits. They're so good. It's hominy. It's dried hominy that's been ground up, sort of coarse. It's not finely ground. It's kind of coarse, and it's good. You can crumble up some bacon in it. That's really good. You can put cheese in them any way you like them. They're very good, and they're not too bad for you unless you add a bunch of extra stuff. It just has white hominy grits made from corn, niacin, reduced iron, thiamine, mononitrate, riboflavin, and folic acid. Wholesome and delicious anytime. That's the truth. I'd eat them right now. Eat them anytime. And my dad told me this joke about grits. He said, and this is no offense to Northerners, this is the way my dad told it. If you come from the northern part of the United States, he said a Yankee went into we call them Yankees. If you're from the north, you probably know that. A Yankee went into a cafe down in the south, and the waitress asked him, said, you want some grits? You want a bowl of grits? And he said, well, I've never tried grits. Why don't you just bring me one grit and I'll try that, and then I'll decide. Okay, maybe it's not funny if you're not from here, but you can't get one grit. You get a bowl. You get grits. It's just what it's called. Okay, I won't tell any more jokes. I'm sorry. So, good stuff. You should try this too. And I have one of the thing about the South. We love mayonnaise. We do. We put mayonnaise on a lot of stuff. Well, not everybody does, but some people do. And there are two teams when it comes to mayonnaise. There are people who like Hellmann's mayonnaise and people who like Duke's mayonnaise. And I grew up in a Duke's family. My husband grew up in a Hellmann's family. So it depends on who's buying the mayonnaise, who's at the store. But if he brings on Hellmann's, I just look at it and say, ugh, nasty. Not Hellmann's. No. We buy this right here. And I know, D-U-K-E', Dukes. I understand that it's Dukes, but we say Dukes. We kind of throw a Y in there, Dukes. This is the best mayonnaise ever. Smooth and creamy. And I buy a big container because we go through a lot of mayonnaise here. We make a lot of sandwiches and stuff. And you can use this for, chicken salad or tuna salad or whatever, or making your sandwiches. That's very yummy. And it used to come in glass containers when I was little with a metal lid, but now they come in plastic. Duke's, the secret to great food. So, Duke's mayonnaise, this is definitely a southern thing. I don't know if they sell them up north. Possibly they do. And they make different things. When I was a kid, they just made mayonnaise. And this is from C.F. Sauer Company in Richmond, Virginia. And if you're interested, there's a website, dukesmayo.com. We won't look at the nutrition information. I think we all know it's pretty bad for you. It sure is good. So, it's got a plastic lid on it. It's kind of rough. But it was okay to buy this because we will definitely use this. And I have a snack here, which you may or may not be familiar with. It's a little crinkly. I try to not to crinkle it too much. This is pork skins, and it's also called pork rinds. It's fried pork fat, deep fried until it becomes crunchy. And of course, they brag about having no carbohydrates because they can't really brag about any other healthy facets of this food. It's very crunchy. And these will buy one, get one free. I got another bag I put in the kitchen. And on a lot of things, you will see where it says ring on meat. Back a long time ago when we had registers where you had to type in the price and the department of each item, you had to ring these up on the meat key to give credit to the meat department. These were considered one of the items that the meat department should be credited for. So they're very light. And it's been inspected by the U.S. Department of Agriculture. And they show you back here, this is a certain brand. There are certainly other brands, but this is the one I got. You can get different flavors. You can get pork cracklings, which are harder. I saw some pork cracklings. I almost bought some, but I just decided to get this. But you can get, and fatback. Fatback is really good fried. I know it's not good for you, and I'm going to die early, but it's really good. So you can see they're light, fluffy. And my son has never had any, and he asked me what they taste like. I said it just tastes like they took some meat and turned it into a chip. Which is basically all it is. This is from Suncrest Farms, and these are just the original flavor. So, those are pork skins, or I usually call them pork rinds. Pork rinds. They're good. And I have a little dessert for you. This is pecan pie. This is a pretty typical southern thing. And it's really nothing more than Karo syrup and pecans in a crust. This is a little pie, just a single serving. It's very rich. I wouldn't want to eat much at a time. It is very, very sweet, very rich. This is made by Bluebird, baked to be the best. I just bought it today. While I was out and about this morning, I bought this to show you. And it comes in a little tiny, cute little pie pan. And it's kind of heavy. It's pretty dense. And it's oh so yummy. Pecan pie is very good, but it is very rich. And I can't eat much at a time. It's just so heavy on my stomach that it's really good, but you can overdo it. And I have made pecan pie before, but I decided just to buy one to show you this time. So, it comes in a little container and a plastic bag. I think I paid about 65 cents for this one. So there's that. And another thing, I know I told you that one of the reasons I told everybody I had to leave Illinois was because they didn't have cheerwine. But there was another reason. I gave two reasons, and I wasn't really joking about the second one. The second one is they don't have Biscuit Field in Illinois. Biscuit Field is the best place ever to eat. Let me tell you. They're only open early in the morning. They close around 2 o'clock in the afternoon. And it's a local restaurant. It's a chain, but they're only in a limited area. And we have Biscuit Field here, and I got this cup. We stopped by there this morning, and I got a drink. This is a large cup. They have the best Pepsi anywhere. I'm telling you, they have the best fountain Pepsi. But they have delicious biscuits. Their biscuits are very soft and fluffy. They're not greasy at all, and they're so delicious. They taste like homemade biscuits. Most of the biscuits at fast food restaurants are greasy and they fall apart. They're just not very good. But Biscuitville has fantastic biscuits. Oh, everything they make is good. They have these fries that they make. They're like tater wedges. I don't know if you know what a tater wedge is, but it's where you cut a potato in long strips, you leave the skin on it, and you fry it, and they sell them. They call them fries, and they sell them that way, and they're so good. They're nice and warm and soft and so yummy. But Biscuitville is a fantastic place to eat. And I saved my cup from earlier today to show it to you. Just so you could see. This is one of my favorite places to go eat. And around lunch, they have a different menu now. They've changed it in the last couple of years. They have sweet potato casserole. They have fried okra. They have all kinds of delicious things. They make different kinds of muffins, and they're just delicious. So I told everybody that these were the two things I had to come back to the South for. And I really missed them. I'm glad to have them again. And the last thing I want to show you is a bag from one of our stores. A lot of the items that I bought came from here. We have a grocery store here called Food Line. This is the lion. He's sticking his tongue out. When I was little, this grocery store used to be called Food Town. And then around probably 1980, they changed their name to Food Line. Food Line. Well, we pronounce it, I know it's lion. I know it's pronounced lion, but we say line. Sort of like L-I-N-E or L-A-H-N. Food Line. And this is a bag from there. It's a local store. I think they started in Salisbury, North Carolina. We have the lion here. And this is just one of our little bags. So, I want to show you where we shop sometimes. And that is the extent of my collection of Southern items. There's certainly more. I mean, there are plenty of things that you can bake and cook that is sort of a Southern thing, but I just wanted to show you some of the things that I could go out to the grocery store and pick up. And if you're ever in the South, you should give some of these things a try. Although if you try the boiled peanuts, just know that they're slimy. That's all I can tell you about that. And if you try okra, I wouldn't try the boiled okra. But you can get it. It's slimy too. Try the fried okra. It's delicious. And I thank you for watching. And I hope you have a good day. Bye-bye.